Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our free necklace night. I'm Jennifer Keller. I'm an executive company vice president with Park Lane, and I'm here with the amazing senior division leader, Ray Ann Flickinger. And we are so excited that you joined us tonight. And as you're hopping on, make sure that you put in the comments who your stylist is. Because as you know, we're going to give away a free necklace. And that is one of the ways that you get into the drawing is by letting her know that you're here. So just drop her name in there. Maybe just say hi, let us know where you're watching from, anything like that. And then we are going to go ahead and get started. So I know some of you have seen me before. I'm here every week, but I don't always get Ray Ann with me. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of get to know her a little bit, hear a little bit about her story. So Ray Ann, tell us a little bit about you and how you got into this business.
Oh, well, you're going to age me a little bit because I've been in this industry for about 25 years. And I, like many of the ladies on here probably, I did a jewelry party. And I had, my husband came home early and he saw all these women having a great time. So that's a must in my parties. And he said, Ray Ann, you need to do that. And I said, I don't want to do that. He said, no, you really need to do that because all these women are having a great time and she's walking out the door with money in her hand. And I'm like, okay. So I've always loved jewelry, but I was a jewelry snob. I liked real diamonds and real gold. And but I fell in love with helping women feel beautiful and helping them to have independence and an identity. So long story straight, we came over to Park Lane when our previous company went out of business, and we wanted to stay friends with all of the friends from that company. And we just thought, okay, we've been the jewelry lady for a long time, and I'll give it a go and see what Park Lane has available. And Jen, it has just been a whirlwind. It's been so much fun and better than we ever could have imagined. So I love that I have the flexibility to spend with my grandchildren now and where I'm needed with my aging parents.
I love that. And when you think about, I've been in 25 years too, like we are like seasoned in this industry for sure. But when you think back to when you got started, did you do it like, let's just see how it goes? Maybe it'll just be fun. Did you have an income goal? Like what kind of got you in the beginning?
Well, that's funny because I actually, no, it was, I liked jewelry. I liked it. Like I said, I was a jewelry snob, but I could stand up there. I could share people. I could tell people what it was about, but I did understand the network marketing side of the business too. And I did understand that this was something that anybody could do. You don't have to have a college education. You don't have to have any kind of expertise. Right. They taught us everything that we needed to know. And I could stand up there and talk about sparkles. I mean, that was kind of easy. So, so goal setting in, no, I didn't know what to expect from that. But going forward, it provided with so many of the extras for me. I didn't have to pull out the household accounts. I can pay cash for Christmas. I can, pay whatever I want to on the grandchildren and gifts and things like that. So, but now it's a bigger one because now it's going to retire my husband.
I love that. And I kind of ask usually everybody every week because I have not come across someone who said, I was dreaming about being a jewelry lady since I was a little girl. Like nobody says that, Most of us just kind of stumble into it because we're at a party. It was fun. We think, why not? Or, we just want to make a little extra money. And I love that possibility. So for me, when I got into this, I just want to make a little extra money to pay for the extras, with the kids and that kind of thing. And I didn't have any big dreams with it. But the more I'll speak for myself, the more I was in it and saw the potential. And I love what you said about helping other people too. And
that's my favorite. Yeah.
And then you're able to dream a little bit bigger. So I remember very specifically that when I started, I wanted to make $600. And then from there it grew. I wanted to make $1,400 because if I could make $1,400 a month, I wouldn't have to work my part-time job. That was because I was a CPA at that time. I was working part-time. And so that was my goal, just to get to $1,400. And then over the years, just incrementally, as you build a business, it's just gotten bigger to where now, for 25 years, this industry and jewelry specifically has paid for preschool, then it paid for like really elementary tuition, high school tuition, college tuition, because it grows with you. So I love that, you can do so many different things with this, whether you have big goals, little goals, it's all up to you. You run at your own race. So you mentioned we were with another jewelry company, which we were all very sad to have it close at the end of 2020. And, I know for myself, I thought for a quick second that I might be done. I gave it a good 20-year run. I might be good. And then I realized, no, we rely on the income, and I need to do something. And I do really love this. So I got into Park Lane. And then what made you join Park Lane?
Well, my friend Carolyn, that we had been in the other company together, and we were on totally different teams, but we were acquaintances. And she called me up after she started this. She said, "Rand, I don't know if you're interested in this, but I'd like for you to look at it." And I said, "Okay, I'm not really looking to do anything. I was just going to be nano to my grandchildren and help my husband in his business with the books and stuff." And I said, I'll take a look at it. And she's telling me about our programs. And I decided that I had been a jewelry lady for quite a while, and my friends and family were still going to wear jewelry because I taught them why and how. And where were they going to get it if they didn't get it from me? So I loved our customer special, and I loved the hostess perks. And that's what brought me over. Of course, the quality of the jewelry too. And then I still get to see all my friends from our previous company.
Yeah, it is fun. I know. And I think about that too, that like what stands out to me when I got started with Park Lane is one, the customer sale.
Yes.
Because, and I'm sure most of you watching, you have experienced our customer sale. As a matter of fact, drop a C in the comments if you have experienced our customer sale, because when I heard that, and again, in case you're new, if you buy 2 items at full price, you can get 4 items at half price. The 2 at full price are the least expensive. And when I heard that, I thought that is so great for customers. That is such a great deal for them. It kind of starts building trust with the stylist right away, because we're looking out to get them the best deal possible. But then I also thought, this is a smart company. That is some brilliant marketing right there.
Yes.
And I've seen that over the last 5 years with Park Lane, just how smart they are. Like, they keep things moving. They keep it exciting. There's always something to go for. Like, for example, I just got these recently. These are our new Bramble bracelets. And, we earn these before they're even released to customers. Like, I like free jewelry.
That never gets that shirt too. Oh my goodness.
That's what I'm thinking. So thank you. So they keep it fun. They keep it exciting. And, they sometimes we call it the perfect trifecta. Like, they have something for customers, for hostesses, and for stylists. So we talked about the sale, and like, Rand, what do you say when people ask you, well, how do you keep this business going? What keeps it going?
Oh, because of our hostess program, that's what keeps us going. That's the bloodline of our company, our business, because we are able to give away so much in free and half price jewelry. Our average hostess gets $400 in free jewelry. And when I heard that, I knew that my friends and my family would have parties, because what better way to get jewelry than free and half price, right? So I knew that an average hostess getting over $400 in free jewelry, then I was going to be able to get those bookings. And what that does is that invites, they invite me into their home or virtually right here. And that introduces me to new people. And so I'm not stuck in my circle or just the people that I know. It helps me to reach out.
Yeah. And, I get the same question too. I say the same thing about a hostess plan. And then I get a lot of people who might be interested in this business that are like, well, how am I going to know what to do? How do I do a party? How do I do this? And, there's so much unknown. And that's where I think our team really stands out, because our leaders have just taken that on, and we have created the template for you to where it is plug and play. It is on, we use this program called Boards. If you're not familiar with it, it's just where we put everything, where it is a copy paste. If you can copy and paste, you can do this business. If you can hold up a bracelet and say, isn't this pretty? You can do this business. Like, we have streamlined this so much to make it easier for everybody, so that if you're busy, full-time, part-time, little kids, grandkids, whatever you've got going on, we can make this work because we've created the program for you. So I love that about it.
I do too, Jen. And I love the fact that even brand new, you can recruit right away because you're not the one that's going to be training that person. You have a senior leader that is seasoned, not only in direct sales, but in jewelry direct sales, that is going to help you to launch your business. And we have a high success rate when we launch, that we are getting our jewelers qualified, and that's our own lingo, but it's off to a great start. You have tracks to run on, and we are right there with you, running that race with you too, locking arms with you. And that I've heard that back so many different times from so many different stylists on how great that is, on the support that we have in Team Sparkle. And Park Lane brings us all the marketing stuff, and then we as a team take it and utilize it out for the best of the team. So
yeah, I think back sometimes in our previous company, we didn't know any different, and we did great in that previous company, but everything we did ourselves. Like, if you wanted to create a contest, you had to come up with it. You had to give out the prizes. If you wanted to, have new invitations and new promotion graphics, you had to create them. I look back at some of the things that I created before.
Oh my. Me too.
And I think at the time I thought they were good.
Like kindergarten to senior, right?
It's so much better now. So I just think, anyone who's brand new looking at this, like, you have it so much better than what we had when we started. We had to do all this stuff to offer it to our customers, our teams, and that kind of thing. And now, and it took us a minute to kind of figure this out, that we can just lean into what Park Lane is offering.
Yes.
Like, they're always like, even these little bracelets that Rayanne and I both earned free. That's something Park Lane offered. They do contests and promotions all the time, from, if you sell this amount, you can get this bracelet free. If you have sales this week, you're going to get double points towards the trip. If there's always something happening that we can just lean into and use what they're offering. It's just so motivating.
You know what else I love about that, Jen, is that they listen to the field. If we feel like we need something, they listen to us and sometimes give us, maybe all of what we ask for, but oftentimes a portion of what we ask for in, helping to make the field better. And I really appreciate that, because they're not just CEOs sitting up there, oh, I think this will work, let's do this. Oh, I think this will work. They've been there, done that, and they appreciate and recognize our experience. And I love that.
I do too. And that kind of goes back to who Park Lane is as a company. And, they've been around for 70 years. They're debt free. They're a family run business. Like, all those things are important to me. I want that family feel of people that genuinely care about
three generations going in. I mean, that's huge. We've been around other family businesses before, but they don't survive that second and let alone the third generation. So that's so comforting.
I know. And they do all kinds of fun things for us and for you if you join us, like, the trips, two amazing trips a year. One is a little beachy location. One is usually Europe. Our next one is Amsterdam, which I'm very excited about. You can earn a Mercedes car bonus. Rayanne drives a lovely white Mercedes that Park Lane basically pays for every month for her, which is nice. I don't drive it, but I'm very happy to take the cash bonus.
So that's right. I did that for 3 years.
I know. You can earn a ton of free jewelry. So if free jewelry is your motivation, you can earn, over $1,100 a month from programs they offer. You can always be your own hostess, so you get to reap all the rewards of that. And I'm trying to think. And then fundraisers, you can do fundraisers. There's so many different ways you can do this business now, right? Like, talk through some of the ways you can do it.
Oh, Well, you can do it. I just want to tag on that a minute, because one thing that was key, two things. We get paid on our full price and half price items, and it's paid every single week. And Parkland, you do up a little cart for to put the sale in the cart for your customers, send it to them. It goes straight to Park Lane. You don't have to have any third party credit card. And so that was like a 3% raise for me on my sales. That was incredible. And so, yes, it's just, they make it so easy for us to be successful, and it's not coming out of pocket. And I forgot what you asked me.
I can't remember.
You guys can tell this is a script, right?
And then you talking about that made me think, like, some people ask me, like, what are your expenses? Like, are there hidden costs and that kind of thing? And so while you were talking, I was thinking, I think my biggest expense is probably postage, because Park Lane covers the credit card fees. Customers pay the Park Lane directly. So we're not sending out jewelry, but I do send out a ton of prizes and giveaways, because we earn all this jewelry free that we in turn turn around and give away all the time. Now, we've learned, many of you have gotten flat prizes, because flat prices are cheaper than mail. So if you got something in a box, you're super special. But, I can't remember what I was asking you. So let's just jump to, we've talked about I know I was asking you is what are all the ways that you can do the shows with the Park Lane?
Oh, yes. That's where
we were. Yeah.
So we have in our past, well, prior to COVID, a lot of these companies were in-house, in person, and we still love to do that. So we're getting back into the in-person, because I love the interaction. You love to see the girls' eyes light up when they see the sparkles on their neck. And so we can do in-person, you can do virtual, we can do text, we can do Zoom. A big thing of what I love about Park Lane is that they don't put us in a box. This business is really simple. It's not real easy, but it's real simple. You show jewelry and you share the Park Lane, and you can build a very successful business. I say it's not easy because sometimes you get a no, and that's okay, because it just means not right now. And you ask the next person, and it just kicks off for you.
All right. My last question, I think, is for someone who's watching and thinking, and I know some of you have watched multiple times. We know, and that's fine. We're happy to include you in our drawing. But if you've been watching and thinking about this, why is now a good time to join Park Lane and our Team Sparkle? Why would you say now is a good time?
Well, I always think that any time is a great time to join Park Lane, because they are a year-round business. Women wear jewelry every single day, or, and they change it with the seasons. But especially right now, because we're going into that, what we call the golden quarter. And the golden quarter is simply that people's shopping is heightened because of what? Christmas, And so this is a great time to get started. You can offer to be the gift solution for men, women, all kinds of people. And then it kicks you off. You can have cash for Christmas, and it catapults you into the next year for a fantastic season of Park Lane.
Yeah, it is definitely the right season. And, you might be watching thinking, well, that sounds really good. And I hear how you can, earn trips in the Mercedes, and you can earn free jewelry, but do you guys actually get paid? So let me reassure you, yes, we do get paid. And the way our compensation works is brand new stylists joining Park Lane, you started at 30% commission, which is higher than the industry average. And then the only place to go from there is up. You can go all the way to 50% commission on your sales if you decide you want to build a team. It's optional. I don't know why you wouldn't, because it's such a fun part of our business. But what I love about Park Lane too is, as you increase your commission, you never go backwards for any reason. And I know Rayanne and I both kind of rode that roller coaster before, and that does not feel good. It doesn't. So I appreciate that. I don't even have to think about that. Like that never even comes into my mind anymore. And then another thing they offer is if you have previous or current direct sales leadership experience, Park Lane recognizes that, they respect that, and many times they can bring you in at a higher starting commission level to match what you have or what you have had in the past. They did that for both of us, and it was very validating. You know, I heard the example once, like of a lawyer who changes firms. Just because you change firms, they're not going to make you be a paralegal again. You know, they're going to recognize that experience and value it. So I really love that they do that for us. So if you're watching today and you have any kind of leadership experience in a direct sales company, make sure you tell your stylist. I don't know what that would look like for you, but it's definitely worth pursuing and seeing if that's an option. Absolutely. So I do appreciate their compensation plan. And then I think the last thing we just need to tell them is how much does it cost to join Park Lane?
Well, is everybody sitting down? Because, you know, I want you to be ready, pull out your credit cards, get ready. No, you guys, this is the easiest to get started with and the best return on your investment. It only takes $129. You're going to get $500 worth of jewelry to get started with. It also gives you a shopping website and your back office where they take care of your numbers for you. They track them for you. You don't have to do it in a ledger. That is our basic kit. And that's really what we suggest you come in with. But there's also, if you want more, there's more. You can get a $229 is the business kit that gives you $1,000 worth of jewelry. That is a very nice setup on a table. And you still get that shopping website and the back office that comes with all the kits. And if you are a jewelry junkie and just have to have it, you don't need it to get started. I just want to say that, okay? But if you're a jewelry junkie and have to have it, you can pay $439 and you can get $2,000 worth of jewelry plus the websites. Now, here's the thing. When I got started in my other company several years ago, it was $1,200 to get started. And guess what? They picked out what I wanted, what they wanted me to show.
Yeah.
You get to pick out your jewelry. We, of course, have recommendation lists for you that are top sellers and stuff, but it's your choice. And you can get started and get ground running on all of our systems that Jen, she's being humble because she's pulled those together for us girls, that she has in place for us, and you can get that return on investment right away.
Yeah. So bottom line is, if you've been watching, we just try it. You know, we always say you don't have to marry us. You can date us for a few months. See if you like us. We think we have a lot of fun here. We think you would have a lot of fun with us. So we encourage you just to see how it goes. So if you are wanting to do that, the best thing to do is just go to parklanejewelry.com, click join now, type in your information, the stylist who invited you, her information, and you can be up and running like in minutes. And then what happens after that is we do a launch party for you. We always have a leader jump in and help with that launch party because we want that to be the most successful that we can for you. And then again, we have training, we have steps, like we really do lock arms with you to help you reach whatever goals, whether they're little or big, that you want for your new business. So we hope you'll check us out.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, I think we are coming to the end. So my final instructions. First, thank you so much for joining us and giving us a little bit of your time on this Sunday evening. And when we're done, I'm going to post a survey at the top. That is your ticket to win the necklace. So you want to make sure you fill that out by Monday night at midnight. The drawing will be on Tuesday. And there will be a secret word that they're going to ask for you. They're going to ask on that form. And let's just say the secret word is... This is where I look. Rian, you pick a secret word. I can't.
I knew you were going to do that. Bramble.
Bramble. Oh, that's good. That's the name of our new bracelet. That's smart. Good. Okay. Bramble is the secret word. If there's any questions we didn't answer for you, please comment or tag one of us or your stylist. And other than that, we hope we get to see you again. Thanks so much for joining, everyone. Thanks, Rian.
Thank you.